So, very briefly, I think Hart covered it, but this whole process, which we've done with Tarantino and with David Lynch, is the idea that, there's this film school that the culmination of the acting program, even though they have another semester as filmmakers and these things, but the culmination of the acting program is a theater performance. So this would be the third one of this kind of thing that we've done, we've workshopped, which is really going from a director who's achieved that sort of auteur status, that they have a kind of signature tone or beat or stamp that's left some type of cultural imprint, something. As these guys can attest with Lynch or the Tarantino, it's a concept, but there is no script when we start, other than the raw material of some scripts and some movies and some ideas. And what's really rewarding about this, in my experience, and has been with these guys and these guys and for David Lynch, is you really don't know what will come out of it, but something really original always does come out. Godard once said, every film is a documentary on its actors, and in the performances of these actors, it's the same thing. So we've taken that raw material from the work of Alfred Hitchcock, and we have put it through the blender and come out with an original theater piece. In this case, it's called Hitchcock Hotel. And thank you for being here. And all I would say is, if you could approach this like it's a very hot summer night and you come to the local drive-in to be deeply entertained, and it's 1962. So that's all I got to say.
get back to the office. This extended long hours are giving my boss excess acid.
Call your boss and tell him you're taking the rest of the afternoon off. It's Friday anyway, and hot.
And what am I supposed to do with the rest of my afternoon?
We could laze around the while longer.
Photos of this sort aren't interested in you when you come in. But when your time's up, Sam, I hate to be with you in a place like this.
I've heard that married couples spend occasional nights in cheap hotels deliberately. They say,
When you're married, you can do a lot of things deliberately.
oh, you sort out like the one that's been married.
Sam!
I'm sorry, Marianne. My old dad used to say, when you can't change a situation, laugh at it. Nothing ridicules a situation like laughing at it.
I've lost my girlish laughter.
But the only girlish thing you have lost.
Sam, this is the last time.
For what?
This! Meeting in secret so we can be secretive. Come down here and steal lunch hours. And I wish you wouldn't even come.
Okay, so what do we do instead? Write each other lurid love letters?
I haven't time to argue. I'm a working girl.
And I am a working man! And we are the working class tragedy.
This is tragic. Where it will be if we continue with meeting in shabby hotels every time you find a tax-deductible excuse to be here.
So you can't laugh at it, huh?
Can you?
Sure. It's like laughing through a broken jaw. And besides, when you say I make tax-deductible excuses, you make me out like a criminal.
You couldn't be a criminal even if you committed a major crime.
I wish I were. I'm not an active criminal. A nice guy with the conscience of one. Next best thing to no conscience at all.
Sam. I'm tired.
Okay? We can come down next week, can't we?
No.
Not even to see you. To have lunch. In public.
Okay. We can see each other. We can even have dinner, but respectively in my house, with my mother's picture on the mantle and my sister helping me broil a big steak for 3.
Sure. And after the steak, we can send sister to the movies and turn mama's picture to the wall.
Sam, no!
All right, okay. Marianne, I would love to meet you. Tax deductible or not, I would love to meet you under any conditions. Even respectability.
Make respectability sound disrespectful.
But I'm all in for it. I know it requires a lot of patience and temperance and a lot of sweating out, but although it's just hard work. But if I could see you, touch you, even as simple as this, I wouldn't mind. I've been sweating off for people who aren't there. I've been sweating off to pay my father's debts, and he's in his grave. I've been sweating off to pay my ex-wife's alimony, and she lives on the other end of the world.
Sam,
somewhere.
I pay too. They also pay people who stay in hotel rooms.
Okay, a couple of years, and all the debts will be paid off. And if my ex-wife ever remarries, the alimony stops.
Sam, I haven't even been married once yet.
Sure, but when you do, you'll swing.
Sam, let's go get married.
And live with me in a storeroom behind a hardware store in Fairwell. We can surely have a lot of laughs. And when I send my ex-wife her alimony money, you can lick the stamps.
I like the stamps.
You know what I like? A clear, empty sky. A plane, and us in it. A private island for sale, where we can room even without our shoes on. And the wherewithal to buy whatever I like. Marianne, do you want to cut this off and find yourself someone available?
I'm thinking of it.
Hey, how can you even say a thing like that?
Sam, we have to go back to the office.
Okay. Hey, we can leave together, can't we?
No, we can't. And, Sam, Mr. Elster.
Elster. Gavin Elster. Shit!
Sam, your shoes. Mr. Lowry back from lunch yet?
He's in a meeting with Mr. Elster. You know, it's called Early's man, so that's why he's late. You getting a headache?
It'll pass. Headaches are like resolutions. They stop until you forget about them.
Got any aspirins? I have something. Not aspirins, but my mother and doctor gave these to me the day of my wedding. Guy was furious when I had tranquilizers. You want one?
Yeah. No, thank you.
You sure?
Were there any calls?
Guy called me, and then my lawyer called to see if Guy called. So I told my lawyer that Guy did call. Then my lawyer called me. I hung up on him. Oh, and then Guy called me. I hung up on him as well. Oh, his sister called to say she'd go to 2 Saturdays of mine. She'll be on the whole weekend, and
Wow! Hot as fresh milk! You girls should get your boss to air condition this up. He can afford it today.
Ready for Mr. Elson, please.
This month is for my daughter's wedding. She stands up there and get herself married away from me. I want you to look at my daughter. 18 years old, and she never had any unhappy days in any one of those years. And you don't worry, Papa Gavin is here.
Come on, Gavin, why don't we go to the office? It's air conditioned.
You know what I do with unhappiness? I buy it off. You unhappy?
Not inordinately, no.
I'm buying this house for my daughter's wedding present. $40,000 cash. And now they ain't buying happiness, they're buying off unhappiness. Yep, $40,000 says here. Casheroonie! And now I never carry more than I can afford to lose. Count them.
Gavin, cash transactions of this size, it's most irregular.
Why? This is my private money, and now is yours.
I declare.
I know! That's how I'm able to keep it!
Why don't we take the money and put it in a safe deposit box, and on Monday, when you're feeling good?
Speaking of feeling good, where's the bottle you said you had it on your desk? Oops. Usually I keep my mouth shut. But honestly, I can keep any transaction a secret. Any private transaction. Lowry! I'm dying of testosterone.
Let's go to my office.
Right.
Okay. Why don't you wait there and I'll be back? I don't even want this money in the office. Take the money and put it in a safe deposit box, and we'll get a check from him instead on Monday.
Sam, I'll get you the Mr. Lowry, I would like to go straight home after the bank. I have a slight headache.
You have a headache, huh? You know what? You go home. Me and your boss are going to get ourselves a little drinking done. Right.
Yes?
I said right.
Yes!
Right. Yes!
Of course. You feeling ill?
It's just a headache.
Just a headache. You need a weekend off in Las Vegas.
I'm gonna spend my weekend in bed.
That's better than Las Vegas.
You definitely saw my wedding ring. You sure you don't want those pills? They'll knock the headache right out.
No, I don't need pills. I need sleep, but thank you. to pull over.
You slept here all night?
Yes, as I said, I couldn't keep my eyes open.
There are plenty of motels in this area. I should have. I mean, just to be safe.
I know, I just pulled over. Have I broken any laws?
No, ma'am.
Then I'm free to go?
Is anything wrong?
Of course not. Am I acting as if something's wrong?
Frankly, yes.
Please, I'd like to go.
Is there...
Is there what? I've told you there's nothing wrong except that I'm in a hurry and you're taking up my time.
wait just a moment. Turn your motor off, please. In course of my duty, I never take up anyone's time, whether it's to give a warning, a ticket, or help. Now, if you woke up on the wrong side of the car seat,
I'm sorry.
no need to apologize. Wait a minute.
Now what?
Has your license, please?
Why?
Please. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Dirty night.
Is there a vacancy?
We have a vacancy. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies. They moved away the highway.
I thought I've gotten off the main road.
I knew you must have. No one stops here anymore unless they do. But it's no good dwelling on our losses, is it? We go right ahead, lighting signs and following the formalities. Would you register, please? Just your home address. The town will do.
Los Angeles.
Cabin 1. It's closer in case you want anything. Right next to the office.
I'd like to sleep more than anything, except maybe food.
Well, there's a big diner about 10 miles on up, just outside Fairvale.
Am I not close to Fairvale?
10 miles. I'll get your bags. This way. Stuffy in here. Well, the mattress is soft, and then there are hangers in the closet, and stationery with Bates Motel printed on, in case you want to make your friends back home envious. Over there.
The bathroom?
I'll be in the office in case you want anything. Just tap on the wall.
Thank you, Mr. Bates.
Norman Bates. You have something most girls never have.
I have?
There's no name for it, but it's something that
That puts a person at ease.
that puts a person at ease.
Thanks again.
You're not gonna go out again and drive up to that diner, are you?
No.
Well, then will you do me a favor? Will you have supper here? I was just about to myself. Nothing more than a few sandwiches and a lot of milk, but I'd like it if you'd come up to the house and I don't set a fancy table, but the kitchen's awful homey.
I'd like that.
All right, you get your dresses hanging out and change out of those white shoes, and I'll come for you as soon as I'm ready with my trusty umbrella.
Here she comes. You better watch your step. She's going to break your heart in two. It's true.
No, I tell you no! I won't have you bringing strange young girls in for supper. By candlelight, I suppose? In the cheap, erotic fashion of young men with cheap, erotic minds?
Mother, please!
And then what? After supper? Music? Whispers?
Mother, she's just a stranger, cold, and the weather's bad.
Mother, she's just a stranger. As if men don't desire strangers. As if... I refuse to speak of disgusting things because they disgust me. You understand, boy?
she isn't,
She isn't herself today.
she isn't feeling herself today. I think that's it.
You shouldn't have bothered. I really don't have that much of an appetite.
I'm sorry. I wish if people could apologize for other people.
Don't worry about it. As long as you made a supper, you may as well eat it, huh? It might be nicer, warmer over there.
It might be nicer, warmer over there. Eating in an office, two of fishes, even for me.
Parlor.
I have the parlor behind this if you'd like. Okay. Just this way. Please sit down on the Heppel White.
You're very kind.
It's all for you. I'm not hungry. Please go ahead.
She eats like a bird.
You eat like a bird. Oh, not really. I hear that expression that the one eats like a bird is actually a falsity. I mean a falsity, because birds actually eat a tremendous lot. Oh, I don't know anything about birds. My hobby is taxidermy, and I guess I just rather stuff birds because, well, I hate the look of beasts when they're stuffed. Foxes and chimps and all. Some people even stuff dogs and cats. But I can't. I think only birds look well stuffed because they're rather passive. At least most of them.
It's a strange hobby. Curious, I mean.
Uncommon too.
I imagine so.
It's not as expensive as you think. Cheap, really. Needles, thread, sawdust. The chemicals are all that cost anything.
A man should have a hobby. It's more than a hobby.
It's more than a hobby. Sometimes a hobby is supposed to pass the time, not fill it.
Is your time so empty?
Well, no. I run the office, tend the cabins and grounds, do little chores for mother.
Norman!
The ones she allows.
Norman!
I might be capable of doing.
Good boy, Norman! Good boy, Norman! Good boy, Norman! You go out with friends.
Friend? Who needs friends? A boy's best friend is his mother.
Good boy, Norman!
You've never had an empty moment in your life, have you?
Only my share.
Where are you going? Oh, I don't mean to pry.
I'm looking for a private island.
What are you running away from?
Why do you ask that? People never run away from anything.
No. Yeah. The rain didn't last very long. You know what I think? I think we're all in our own private traps and clamped in them, and none of us can ever climb out. We scratch and claw, but only at the air, only at each other, and for all of it, we never budge an inch.
Sometimes we deliberately step into those traps.
I was born in mine. I don't mind it anymore.
You should mind it.
Oh, I do, but I say I don't.
If anyone ever spoke to me the way I heard she spoke to you, I don't think I could ever laugh again.
Sometimes when she speaks to me that way, I just want to. I just want to.
Like to what? Like
Can't do it, Norman!
Curse her out and leave her forever! Or at least defy her. But I couldn't. She's ill.
You sounded strong.
I mean, ill. She had to raise me all by herself after my dad died. And, it must have been a strain. Oh, she didn't have to go out and work or anything. Dad left us with a little something. Anyway, a few years ago, my mother met a man. He talked her into building this hotel. He could have talked her into anything. And then, well, it was just too much for her when he died too. Oh, it's nothing to talk about when you're eating. It was just too much of a loss for my mother. She had nothing left.
Except you.
A son is a poor substitute for a lover!
A son is a poor substitute for a lover.
Why don't you go away?
To a private island like you?
No, not like me.
It's too late for me. And besides, who would look after her? She'd be all alone up there. The fire would go out, damp and cold like a grave. When you love someone, you don't do that to them. Even if you hate them.
It's cold here, Norman! Norman, I'm cold!
Oh, I don't hate her. I hate what she's become. I hate the illness.
Wouldn't it be better if you put her in someplace?
A madhouse? An institution? People always call a madhouse someplace. Put her in someplace.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound uncaring.
What do you know about Karen? Have you ever seen one of those places? Inside, laughing, tears, and cruel eyes studying you, and my mother there. Has she harmed you? She's as harmless as one of these stuffed birds.
I am sorry. I didn't mean to sound uncaring. I only felt it seemed like she was harming you. I meant.
Well, you meant well. People always mean well. They collect their victims, they shake their heads, and they suggest sorry. I've even suggested it myself. But I hate to think of such a thing because she needs me, and it is as if she were a maniac, a raving thing. It's just that sometimes she goes a little mad. We all go a little mad sometimes. Haven't you?
Yes, and one time can be enough. Thank you.
You're not going to your room already, are you?
I'm very tired, and I have a long drive back tomorrow, all the way back to Phoenix.
Phoenix.
I stepped into my own private trap, and I need to pull myself out of it before it's too late for me to.
Could you stay a little while?
Stay for what? Stay for what, Norman?
Just for talking. Just for talking.
I like that, but I'm very tired.
All right, miss. I'll see you in the morning. I'll bring you breakfast. What time will you?
Very early, dawn.
All right.
Good night.
Gavin, I'm all packed. Where are you? We're gonna miss our plane.
We got a problem, Judy.
Your wife found out about us?
No, one of the bank girls took off our $40,000.
What? What are we gonna do? You know you can't go to the police.
I won't have to. So one of her cars spotted by a little motel upstate. Nowhere seen her since. So I'm going to rent out the whole joint for my big bash tennis tournament. Flood the town with eyes and ears. And $40,000 can't disappear that easily. And also I've got a friend of mine, former detective. I'll make him to get our money back.
What if
Without answering me any inconvenient questions.
What if he says no?
Then that's where you come in. And don't forget your dancing shoes.
Can I help you?
What was your name again?
Norman?
Storman Norman?
Norman. It's just Norman.
Well, just Norman. Do you like tennis?
No.
Well, that's too bad for you. I'm going to throw a tennis match this weekend up here. And Papa Gavin's going to throw a party of the year at your little country motel.
It's busy. It's usually not this busy.
I know, it's pretty out of the way. It's a shy motel. Sometime, Norman, when you're hiding, party finds you. And don't forget to set me up with a bottle and 2 glasses. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Ow!
I thought you said no more aches and pains.
It's this darn cast, Major Fines.
No 3-way stretch? How very much?
Well, you know those police department doctors. No sense of style. Tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow the cast comes off, Mitch. I shall be a free man. I shall shake my leg and bake some bread.
Well, then what?
What do you mean?
What are you going to do now they've quit the police
You
force?
sound so disapproving, Mitch.
No, it's your life. But you were the bright young lawyer who decided he was going to be chief of police someday.
I had to quit, Mitch.
Why?
I wake up at night seeing my partner fall, and I try to reach out for him.
It wasn't your fault, Dino.
I know. Everybody tells me.
Dino, the doctors explained.
I know. I have acrophobia, a fear of heights. What a disease. What a moment to find out I had it.
Well, you got it. And there's no losing it. And there's no one to blame, so why quit?
And what? Sit behind a desk, chairboard? Please.
It's where you belong,
Now it's my
Dino.
acrophobia, Mitch. If I drop the pencil on the floor and bend down to pick it up, it could be disastrous. It's not funny.
Dino. Well, what will you do?
You forget. I'm a man of independent means, or fairly independent.
This is a peaceful spot. Why don't you stay here for a while?
What, to forget? Don't be so motherly, Mitch. I'm not gonna crack up.
Have you had any dizzy spells this week?
It's funny you mention it. I feel like I'm having one now. I think it's from that music.
Oh.
Gosh. Thank you. Say, Mitch, what's this doohickey you're sketching or whatever?
It's a brassiere. You should know about those things. You're a big boy now.
I've never run across one like that.
It's brand new. Revolutionary uplift. No shoulder straps, no back straps, but does everything a brassiere should do. It works on the principle of the cantilever bridge.
Uh-huh.
An aircraft engineer down the peninsula designed it. He worked it out in his spare time.
Sounds like a pleasant hobby.
You know it.
Say, Mitch, how's your love life?
Normal?
Well, come on. You can tell Detective Dino.
Well, since you're asking, I do love life. And you'll see why this weekend. That's why I asked you to come all the way down here for the tennis tournament.
You're gonna get married to you and your guy, right?
Yes, and I'm excited for you to finally meet him.
Smart girl throwing away the crippled detective for a tennis star.
You are too much, Dino.
I know. I'm a brute. We were engaged once, though, weren't we?
3 whole weeks.
Oh, yes. Sweet college days. But then you blew it. I'm still available. Available, Dino. Say, Mitch, you remember a guy from college named Gavin? Gavin Elster.
Gavin? Gavin Oster? You think I would? No.
Funny, I got a call from him the other day, and I heard he's organizing that tennis tournament that your fiance is in this weekend.
He's probably on the bum and wants to touch for the price of a drink.
Well, I'm on the bum. I'll buy him a couple of drinks and tell him my troubles, but not tonight. If I can't drink with you, Midge, then I'll drink alone tonight.
Sorry, old man. I gotta meet Guy at the clubhouse.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I'm pretty sure you can find something to do.
The New York State sentence for a peeping Tom is 6 months in the warehouse.
Hello, Stella?
There aren't any windows in the warehouse. Years ago, they used to put out your eye with a hot poker. It's one of those bikini bums that you always watch with a hot poker. We have grown to be a race of peeping Toms. What people should do is stand outside their own houses and look in once in a while. What do you think of that from Homespun Philosophy?
Reader's Magazine, April 1939.
Well, I only quote from the best.
Now look, Stella, you can't...
Sit! You can break a I should have been a gypsy fortune teller instead of an insurance company nurse. I've got no stock trouble. I can smell it 10 miles away. You heard of the stock market crash in 29?
Hmm?
I predicted it.
Oh.
Simple. I was nursing a director of General Motors. Kidney ailment, they said. Nerves, I said. Then I asked myself, what's General Motors got to be nervous about? Overproduction. Collapse, I answered. If General Motors has to go to the bathroom 10 times a day, then the whole country's ready to let go.
Stella, in economics, a kidney alignment has no relationship to the stock market. Absolutely none.
But it crashed, didn't it?
Whatever.
I could smell trouble right at this hotel. You broke your leg, you look out the window, you see things you shouldn't. Trouble, ay, ay, ay. I can see you now in front of the judge, flanked by lawyers in blue double-breasted suits. You're pleading, Judge, I was only innocent fun and I'm nervous like a father. Then the judge answers, congratulations, you just gave her to 3 years in jail.
Right now, it even looks trouble.
You've got a hormone deficiency.
How can you tell that from a thermometer?
Those sultry sun worshippers you always peep at haven't reached a temperature 1 degree.
Wait, Stella, I think you're right. There might be some trouble around here.
I knew it! What kind of trouble?
I'm not too sure yet.
You'd think the rain would have cooled things. All it did was make the heat wet.
That's a stiff one.
The insurance company nurse would be a lot happier if you sleep in your bed, not the wheelchair.
How did you know that?
Ice blood shock? You must be doing a lot of peeping.
I was.
What are you gonna do if one of them catches you?
That depends on which one. Miss Torso, for example.
Keep your mind off that bitch.
She's a real eat, drink, and be merry girl.
And she'll end up fat, alcoholic, and miserable.
Speaking of misery, Miss Lonely Hearts drank herself to sleep again. Alone.
Poor girl. Someday she'll find her
And
happiness.
some poor man will lose his.
Isn't there anyone at this hotel who might cast an eye in her direction?
Well, the hotel clerk could be available soon.
You hear this voice clearing up?
Not wife, more like elderly mother.
Yikes! Anyway, any developments this morning?
No, the shades in their room are still drawn.
In this heat?
Wait, Stella, look, the hotel clerk. He's looking through his window.
Wow, a federal offense.
It's not a normal look, Stella. It's the kind of look a man gives when he's afraid somebody might be watching him.
Oh, you have been a detective for far too long. You think everyone's a criminal.
Everybody could be a criminal.
You know what? I'm going to take your class for tonight. You need to do more dancing and less peeping.
All right, easy, Stella,
You're
easy.
so heavy.
Hold on, damn. Wait a minute. Hold on, you missed that.
I was having a hard time because of you.
Norman! Yes. How about the bottle? Drinking!
Oh,
Bring it over!
there you are.
Shouldn't you be sitting down?
You should be standing up.
Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, my friend.
I was trying to read about the things in the papers and you're good to force. A permanent physical disability.
No, acrophobia isn't a crippling thing. It just means I can't climb climb steep stairs or go to high places like the bar at the top of the mark, but there are plenty of street-level bars in this town.
Well, would you like a drink now?
A bit early in the day for spirits, but
Why not?
why not? Well, that about covers everything. Never married, don't see much of the old college gang, and I'm a retired detective. And you're in the oil business. What's on your mind, Gavin?
Tino, I asked you to come up here knowing that you quit the force, but I have another job for you.
Another job.
Yeah, one of the bank girl named Marion Crane sold $40,000.
$40,000 sounds like a job for the police, Gavin.
You don't worry about the police. That's why I called you.
I'm retired, Gavin.
How about a special favor for me?
Special favor doing what?
I need you to follow my wife. Now, what do you think? We are happily married.
Then?
I'm afraid some harm may come to her.
From who?
Someone dead? Tino, do you believe someone out of the past can enter and take a possession of a living being?
No.
What if I told you this is what happened to my wife? What would you say?
I would tell you to take her to the nearest psychiatrist, psychologist, neurologist, psychoanalyst, or plain old family doctor. Now, don't you crazy ass.
Then you're of no use to me, Dino. Thanks for coming in. I'm sorry I wasted your time.
I didn't mean to be that rough. What are you doing here, Miriam? When can you see your lawyer and finalize our divorce?
What's your hurry?
My hurry? That's funny coming from you. You are the one in a hurry, aren't you?
When you went to get the divorce right away, I sort of hoped it was because you're a little bit jealous.
I got over being jealous a long time ago, Miriam.
Let's talk over there. Now this is cozier. It's more like old times, isn't it, Guy?
Oh, skip it, Miriam. It's pretty late to start frauding with discarded husband, especially when you're going to have another man's baby.
Do you know I think you're handsomer than ever?
Let's see your lawyer and get this over with.
Better bring the money, Guy. Lawyers are expensive.
Don't worry, I will.
Now, if I would have known what all that tennis nonsense is going to lead to, I wouldn't have run out on you.
What are you trying to say, Miriam? Come out with it.
I'm not getting a divorce.
Why, you little double-crosser? I didn't want this divorce. You did. That's what you've been harping about for the past year.
It's a woman's privilege to change her mind. Now, I can shop for some pretty clothes. I wouldn't want you to be ashamed of me in Washington working all those days in swanky parties.
And what do you mean by that?
Don't look so mad, Guy. You always smile when you pick your speaking for the papers, especially when you have Mitch Burton on your arm.
Don't talk about Miss Burton.
So, it's getting really serious between you two. Well, you can throw your things about her into the ash can. Guy, I'm coming to Washington.
What for?
To have my baby and be with you.
Why me? It's not my baby.
But people don't know that, do they, Guy? It's a pretty picture, isn't it? The senator's daughter involved with a married man who's about to become a father.
You conniving little liar.
Keep your voice down.
What happened? Did it run out on you?
No man's on me.
opponent. I could just strangle you.
Guy!
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? I could be as pathetic as a deserted little mother in a courtroom. Think it over, guy. Who would believe you?
I beg your pardon, but aren't you Guy Haynes? Of course you are. I saw you blast Faraday right off the court last season. I mean, what a backhand. Made the semifinals, didn't ya? I certainly admire people who do things. I'm Bruno Anthony. I suppose you think it's a bit flashy, but my mother gave it to me, so of course I wear it to please her.
How do you do?
I don't usually talk so much. Go ahead, carry on.
Thanks.
It must be pretty exciting to be so important.
A tennis player is not so important.
People who do things are important. I never seem to do anything. I suppose you're here for the doubles?
So you're a tennis fan?
Yes, ever since I was a young boy. I'd love to see you play, but I live in Washington, and I've got to get back to Arlington tomorrow. Cigarette?
Not now, thanks. I didn't smoke much.
I smoke too much. Thanks. Elegant. To G from M. I bet I can guess who M is.
Yes?
Midge Burton. Sometimes I turn the sports page and look at the society news. She's very beautiful, Senator Burton's daughter.
You're quite a reader, Mr. Anthony.
Yes, I am. Ask me anything from today's stock reports to Little Abner, and I've got the answer. I even know things about people I don't know. Like who'd like to marry whom when his wife gets her divorce.
Perhaps you read too much.
Oh, there I go again. I meet someone I admire and I open my app too wide. I'm sorry.
That's all right, forget it. I guess I'm pretty jumpy.
Ooh, there's a new cure for that, you know? I mean, scotch and wine. A pair. Doubles. Only doubles I play.
I think you'll have to drink both of them.
And I can do it. So, when's the wedding?
What?
The wedding you and Midge Burton I saw in the papers.
Oh, I shouldn't have been unless they have legalized bigamy overnight.
I have a theory about that. I'd like to tell you about it sometime, but right now I suppose divorce is the simplest operation. To the next Mrs. Haynes. You my friend, Guy?
Sure. I'm your friend, Bruno.
Yeah, no. No. No, you're not. I mean, nobody thinks I'm anything special. Well, only my mother. My father, he hates me.
You must be imagining things.
And I hate him. I mean, he thinks I ought to take the 8 to 5 bus every morning and punch a time clock and work my way up selling paint or something. I mean, him with all that money.
What do you want to do?
You mean before or after I kill him?
Of course, before.
Well, I want to do everything. I mean, I have a theory that you're supposed to do everything before you die. I mean, have you ever driven in a car blindfolded at 150 miles per hour?
Not lately.
I have. I even flew in a jet plane too. Almost blew my brains out. I mean, I'm going to make a reservation on the first rocket to the moon.
What are you trying to prove?
I'm not like you, Guy. You're smart. You're lucky. I mean, marrying the boss's daughter is a nice shortcut to a career, isn't it?
Marrying the senator's daughter has nothing to do with it. Can't a fellow look past a tennis not without being a goal breaker?
Take it easy, boy. I'm your friend, remember? I'd do anything for you.
Sure, Bruno. Sorry, I've gotta go.
What'd you say your name was? Your wife's?
Miriam.
Ah, that's it. Miriam Joyce Haynes. Played around a lot, I suppose.
Let's not talk about that anymore.
Oh, what if she makes more trouble for you?
I don't think so.
You mean you got enough on her to get the divorce you want no matter what?
Let's change the subject, Bruno, can't we?
Okay, Guy. So, want to hear about one of my ideas for murdering my father?
think you've been reading too much.
Oh, come on. Want to hear about the busted light socket in the bathroom or the carbon monoxide in the garage?
No, I might be old-fashioned, but I thought murder was against the law.
Yeah, but not against the law of nature. My theory is that everybody's a potential murderer. I mean, haven't you ever wanted to kill somebody, say, one of those useless fellows Miriam's been running around with?
You can't go around killing people just because you thought they are useless.
I mean, come on. What's a life or two? Come on. Some people are better off dead. Take your wife and my father, for instance. Oh, it reminds me of a wonderful idea I had once. I used to put myself to sleep at night figuring it out. Now let's say you want to get rid of your wife.
Why?
Let's say she refuses to give you the divorce. Let's say you'd be too afraid to get rid of her because you'd be caught. And what would choke you up? The motive. So, here's the plan.
I'm afraid I haven't time to listen.
Oh, it's so simple, too. A couple of guys meet accidentally. No connection between them at all. Each of them has someone he'd like to get rid of, but he can't get rid of the person he'd like to. He'd be caught. So they swap murders.
Swap murders?
Each fellow does the other fellow's murder. Then there's nothing to connect them. Like, I do your murder and you do mine.
Look, I really have to go.
For instance, your wife, my father, crisscross.
What?
We do talk the same language, don't we, Guy?
Sure, Bruno. Thanks for the drink.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed, but I found the scotch to be, well, a little weak.
Nice meeting you, Bruno.
You think my theories are okay, Guy? You
Sure.
like them?
Sure, they're all okay.
Crisscross.
Crisscross.
Well, hello there, beautiful.
You know me?
Of course.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, e il mio cuore batte così forte che non riesco più a parlare, sai perché? Sei la donna più incredibile che c'è.
2,000 years or more?
The oldest living things?
You've never been here before. What are you thinking?
Of all the people who've been born and have died, while the trees went on living.
Neptuna is sequoia, sempervirens, always green, ever living.
I don't like them.
Why?
Knowing I have to die.
You have to die.
But I like the stream. It's a lovely stream. And it makes no sound. Listen. Do you hear anything?
Only silence. It's always like this.
And no birds sing.
No birds live here.
No.
Would you like some water?
No, thank you. Somewhere in here I was born, and here I died. And it was only a moment for you. You took no notice.
Madeline! Madeline!
Here she comes. You better watch your step. She's going to break your heart in two. It's true. It's not hard to realize. Just look into her false-colored eyes. She builds you up to just put you down. What a clown, does everybody know? The thing she does to please, she's just a little tease. See the way she walks, hear the way she talks.
Madeline? Where are you now?
Here with you.
Where?
The big tall trees.
Have you been here before?
Yes.
When? Where were you born?
Long ago.
Where? When? Tell me! Madeline, tell me!
No. No.
Tell me what it is! Where do you go? What takes you away?
No. Don't ask me.
You jumped into the bed. You didn't know where you were. You guessed, but you didn't know.
I didn't jump. I fell.
No.
I told you I fell.
You jumped, Madeline. What was it inside you that told you to jump?
No. I can't tell you.
What?
No. Please.
Madeline!
No.
Where are you?
Don't ask me.
Madeline!
No.
Madeline!
This is nice. It's Mozart, Wolfgang Amadeus. I talked with Hotel so they could put it on for you to calm down.
I lost her, Mitch. I wasn't able to save her.
It wasn't your fault, you know?
But it was my fault, Mitch. It was my vertigo again. I couldn't move. I saw her jump and I couldn't move.
You know, everything is going to be okay. Just give yourself 6 months at least. Perhaps a year? Dino? Why won't you talk to me? Please, talk to me, Dino. The doctor said you're suffering from melancholiac and guilt complex. But you can't blame yourself for what happened to the poor woman.
It's more than that, Mitch. I was in love with her.
I can see that, Dino. And I'm sorry.
But what's worse is I still am, and I don't think Mozart's gonna help.
Why don't we get some fresh air, huh? Why don't we go outside?
You can go, Mitch. I'll just sit here.
Okay, but I'll be back later. Just please relax and take care of yourself, Dino.
I'm looking for Gab. Gab else. Get. Ah!
Sam,
Yes.
may I talk to you?
Sure.
I'm Marion's sister.
Lila,
Is Marion here?
is something wrong?
I want to know if my sister is here.
Here.
With you.
Where?
I don't know where. Somewhere
matter?
Don't you know?
What should I know?
To begin with, where Marion is.
No, I take it you don't either. How long?
Last Friday. She was last seen leaving work at home. I was in Tucson over the weekend. I haven't heard from her. Not even a phone call.
And you thought she'd come up here to me? If she was here, what reason would she have for not calling you?
A good reason, I suppose.
What, do you think we loved or something? Or we're living in a sin?
Mr. Loomis, you're so busy being defensive that you haven't heard the most serious fact of all. Marion is missing!
I was getting to that.
What do you know about it?
Nothing! Gavin Elsie told me to come here, and I don't even know why.
If you two are in this together, I don't care. It's none of my business. I just want to see Marion and I can make sure she's okay and I'll go back home to Phoenix and...
Norman, go out and grab yourself some lunch.
But I brought my own.
Then go out and eat it.
But I wanted to eat it here.
Go out and eat it, please.
Fine. All right.
Okay. Faster! One thing could we be together?
Honey, dears!
Is Miriam in trouble?
Yes!
Then why didn't she come to me or call me?
Not that kind! Your ego!
Never mind my ego. Let's talk about Miriam.
Let's all talk about Miriam.
How are you, friend?
Dino, private investigator. Where is she, Miss Crane?
I don't know.
Wouldn't be able to tell you if you did.
What's your interest?
Money.
Somebody better tell me what's going on here and tell me fast.
Your girlfriend stole $40,000.
Why?
Must have needed it.
What are you talking about? What is this?
She was supposed to bank it on Friday. She didn't, and no one has seen her since.
Someone has seen her. Someone always sees a girl with $40,000.
Sam, they don't want to prosecute. They just want the money back. It was all in cash.
Cash Rooney.
Sam, and she's here.
She isn't.
You came up here on a hunch, Miss Crane, nothing more, no phone call from the boyfriend or your sister herself.
Not even a hunch.
With
Just
a little,
hope.
a little checking, Miss Crane, I could get to believe in you.
I don't care if you do or not. I just want to see Marion before she gets any deeper.
Did you check in Phoenix? A hospital? Maybe she had an accident? Or hold up.
She was actually seen leaving town by her co-worker Miriam.
A co-worker, Miriam? I don't believe this.
You better believe it.
Do you?
Yes, I just did. The moment that they told me.
You must have doubted her for 5 minutes or so, sister.
We're always quicker to doubt those who have a record for being honest. I think she's here, Miss Crane. Where there's a boyfriend, she may not be among the nuts and bolts, but she'll be in this town, somewhere. I'll find her.
I just listened and believed everything they told me. She stole the money. We don't want to get her in trouble. No, don't bring the police in.
I think it's a good idea not to bring the police in. They must have had a darn good reason for keeping them out of it.
I ought to call the police right now.
No!
Why not, Sam? Is she hiding here? Are you two planning to go away with the money?
How could I run away? I'm up to so much debt. Even if she did steal it, what reason would she have for stealing it unless she had some wild idea to help me, us?
She hasn't even called you?
I haven't seen her. I haven't heard from her. Believe that.
I need to. I agreed to believe something. This is the first time I've ever come across anything I couldn't understand.
You've led a charmed life.
No. I just believe anything to be explained. It's Marion doing little things like this. I don't know how to handle it.
Maybe we can handle it together.
I came up here expecting to get some explanations. For all I know, maybe she's waiting at home. I better go home.
No, wait! If she has to contact anybody, she would be contacting me. Why don't you stay here until then?
You want me to stay here?
She'll need the both of us.
Well, where should I stay?
First-rate motel. I'll tell Norman to make you a sandwich, and once you're done with it, we'll sit here and wait. Norman! Norman! I wonder where Norman Bates does his hermiting.
Someone was at that window. I saw the curtain move.
That window.
Can I help you?
I was just ringing for you.
I suppose you want a cabin.
Yeah. We're planning to go to San Francisco, but we don't like the look of the sky. Seems like a bad day coming, doesn't it?
I'll show you the room.
Better sign it first, don't we?
It isn't necessary.
My boss is paying for this trip. 90% business. He expects practically notarized receipts, so we better sign it first.
I'll get your bags.
Have an Eddie.
I'll take you to your room.
First time I'm hearing about this. Check in any place in this country without any bags, and they expect you to pay in advance.
$10?
That receipt.
Oh. Cabin number 7.
I'll start ahead.
I'll show you the way.
Oh, don't bother yourself. We can take care of it.
We should have asked for cabin 1, the one Mary was staying in.
I'm glad we didn't.
Sam, you have to go in there, no matter what we're afraid of finding, and no matter how much it may hurt.
I know. Do you think if something happened, it happened there?
Sam, if you owned a useless business like this motel, one that you probably couldn't even sell, what would you need exactly to get away or to build anew? $40,000?
I mean, how could we prove? Say he starts a new motel in a new highway a year from now.
There must be some proof that exists right now. Some way to prove he got that money away from Marion. Some way.
How could you sound so certain?
Dino! Sam, he liked me, or felt sorry for me. And I could tell that he started to feel the same way about you too. I could hear in his voice when he called. A caring. And he wouldn't have gone anywhere or done anything without telling us first. Unless he was stopped. And he was stopped. So he must have found out something.
Okay. We'll start with cabin 1. And if he sees us, we'll just take it from there. Sometimes Saturdays and Sundays have a very lonely sound. Ever notice, Lila?
Sam, you said an hour or less.
It's been 3.
We're just gonna go on sitting here?
He'll be back. Why don't you just sit and relax?
You have an awfully nice habit, Sam.
Hundreds. Which one is your pet?
Well, whenever I start constantly a panic button, I look up to you and your back straightens up and your eyes get this. God looks out for everything look. I feel better.
I feel better when you feel better. Wait, where are you going? Are you planning on shaking up the old lady before it has even started?
Yes.
That wouldn't be a wise thing to do.
Patience doesn't run my family, Sam. I'm going out there.
Wait, Dino said.
An hour or less. I'm going.
Got any rooms? Got any rooms?
I always forget to put the vacancy sign on, but we've 12 cabins. Usually 12 rooms.
In the past 2 days, I've been to so many hotels, my eyes are bleary with neon, but this is the first one that looked like it was hiding from the world at large.
Oh, I don't really forget the sign. It just doesn't seem any use. This used to be the main highway.
Please, sit down. I don't want to trouble you. I just wanted to ask.
Oh, no trouble. Today's linen day. I change all the beds once a week, whether they've been used or not. Dampness. I hate the smell of dampness. It's such a dank smell. You went to my hotel?
No,
Oh, I thought you said you'd been to so many in 2 days. What was it you wanted to ask?
I'm looking for a missing person. Dino, private investigator. Trying to trace a young girl who's missing almost a week from Phoenix. It's a private matter. Family wants to forgive her. She's in trouble.
I didn't think the police went searching for people who weren't in trouble.
I'm not the police.
Oh.
We have reason to believe she came this way. Might have stopped in this area. Did she stop here?
I have no no idea.
Mind looking at the picture before committing yourself?
Committing myself to what? You sure talk like a policeman.
Look at the picture, please.
No. At least I don't recall.
She might have used an alias. Mary Crane's the real name, but she might have registered as...
I don't even bother with guest registering anymore. I mean, little by little, you drop the formalities. I shouldn't even bother to change a linen. I guess habits die hard. Which reminds me, the vacancy sign. Just in case. We had a couple here the other night that said if the sign hadn't been on, they would have thought it was an old deserted mining town or something.
Now there's a couple you've remarking about your sign. And see how easily you forgot them?
What?
You thought no one had stopped you in weeks. Now try to remember if this girl, maybe she even signed the register, because habits die hard. Let's check it, huh? Give me, let me see. Ah, yes sir, Mary Samuels. Interesting alias. Don't know where she got married, but Samuels figures. Her boyfriend's name is Sam. Now, was she wearing a disguise, or would you want to look at that picture again?
Look, I didn't lie to you. I just have trouble keeping track of time. It was raining, and her hair didn't look like that. Damped out, I guess.
Oh, tell me all about it.
Well, she arrived kind of late, wet and hungry, and she said she was very tired and went right to bed and left early.
How early?
Very early. Dawn.
Or which morning?
The following morning, Sunday.
No one met her?
No.
Or arrived with her?
No.
She didn't call anyone, even locally?
No.
Well, how do you know she didn't make a call?
She was very tired. She said she had a long drive ahead of her in the morning. Yes. Now I'm remembering very clearly because I'm picturing. When you make a picture of the moment in your mind, you remember every detail. She was sitting back there. No. Standing up with some sandwich still in her hand, and she said she had to just drive a long way.
Back where?
What do you mean?
You said she was sitting back there, or standing rather.
Oh, my private parlor. She had an awful hunger, so I made her some supper, and then she went right to bed, and left in the morning. I didn't even see her leave.
How'd she pay you?
What?
Cash or check for the room?
Cash.
And when she left, she never came back?
Why should she? I'm sorry, mister. I've work to do, if you don't mind.
I do mind. If it don't gel, it ain't gelling. And my friend, this ain't gelling.
I don't know what you expect me to know about. People come and go.
Suppose I wanted to check the rooms, all 12. Would I need a warrant?
Look, if you won't believe me, you can help me make beds if you'd like. Come on. Change your mind? I guess I've got one of those faces you can't help believing.
Is anyone at home?
I live there alone.
Someone is sitting in that window.
Oh, my mother. She's ill, confined to her room. It's practically living alone.
Suppose this girl, Mary Crane, were here. You'd have no reason to hide her, would you?
Of course not.
If she paid you well?
Now, what are you trying to suggest that?
Or if she, let's have you say, gallantly protecting her, you wouldn't be fooled. You'd know she'd just be using you, right?
I'm not a fool, and I'm not capable of being fooled. Not even by women.
I didn't mean that as a slur on your manhood. I'm terribly sorry.
That's all right. I guess she could have fooled me, but she didn't fool my mother.
Your mother? Your mother met her? May I speak with your mother?
No, I told you. She is confined.
Just be quick. Sick of women are sharp. She might have picked a hint you'd missed.
No. Just no. I have one of those breaking points like any other man, believe it or not, and I'm near it. There is just so much pushing I can take, and I think...
All right. May save me a lot of log work if I could just speak to your mother, but I guess I need a warrant for that, wouldn't I? Bates. Norman. Bates.
Excuse me. Can I get another room, please?
I'm sorry, but we're all filled up for the weekend.
There's a hole in my wall.
Oh, it's an old building. I'm sure it just needs a few repairs.
No, I would like to have another room, please. There's a hole in my wall, like one that someone drilled in there that, I don't know, somebody could probably watch me.
I'm sure that that's all in your head. It's nothing to worry about.
No, I would like to have another room, please. And I know that there's a hole in the wall. I can see it. Also, there's this guy who keeps following me around, staring at me. That guy, right there. Is he a guest here?
Oh yes, that's Mr. Dino.
And also, I have no shower curtains, by the way, so what kind of a hotel are you running here when guests have no privacy? On display like it's a zoo. Is this your idea of hospitality?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm terribly sorry to hear that, ma'am. The nerve of some people.
Have you ever walked down the street just minding your own business, yet you can feel the stares of strangers nearby? I took a walk downtown this morning, and there was a man across the street just turning his head as I was passing him. Do you know how uncomfortable that must feel?
Yes, ma'am, but I'm afraid we're all filled up. There's just no way that I can move you.
Can't be serious.
I'm as serious as can be.
Stop staring at my chest, you dirty bastard! Now let me tell you a story. There was a guy who was a regular at my cafe who started asking me to go with him to the ballet to New York City. He even printed off lyrics and gave me a vinyl tape to a song with my name on it, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. And you know what he asked me? Judy, will I be expecting you at Swan Lake in that little black dress? Unbelievable.
Well, you sure do enjoy a good story, don't you, ma'am?
Does that sound like something I enjoy, Mr. Bates? Don't other guests experience this too?
I've never heard one complaint.
Well, now you've got one.
Noted.
Thank you. Now let me move to another room.
I'm sorry, Miss Barton, but like I said before, we're all booked. There's no way that I can move you.
Well, then if you can't move me, you go in there, get some tape, or maybe some goddamn plaster, and fill that goddamn peephole in the wall. I'm gonna go for a walk right now because that guy in the lobby, the one I just mentioned earlier, is making me so uncomfortable. So when I come back, I'm gonna go into my room, take a long, hot shower with shower curtains, and get changed without feeling like a loose woman. Is that a reasonable request, Master Bates?
Yes, ma'am. That's very reasonable. I appreciate the constructive criticism. Have a lovely night. Jesus.
I heard that. Fuck.
Oh, Mr. Dino, what a lovely evening. Can I help you? Cabin 1.
Well, what is it?
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
What for? Who are you?
My name is Dino, private investigator.
Is this some kind of gallant poll or something?
No, there are just a few things I wanted to ask you, and I...
Do you live here in the hotel?
No, I happened to see you come in, and I thought,
Well, you've got a lot of nerve following me right up to my room. Now you beat it. Go on, beat
Oh,
it.
please, I just want to talk to you.
Listen, I'm gonna yell in a minute.
I hurt you, please, I just want to talk to you.
About what?
You!
Why?
Because you remind me of someone.
I've heard that one before too. I remind you of someone you used to be madly in love with, but then she left you for someone else, and you've been carrying the torch ever since. So then when you saw me, something clicked. Huh.
You're not far wrong.
Well, it's not gonna work, so you better go.
Please, just let me talk to you. You can leave the door open if you like.
I
just
warn
want to talk
you,
to
I can yell awfully loud.
You won't have to.
You don't look very much like Jack the Ripper. What do you want to know?
Your name
Judy Barton?
and who you are.
I am just a girl. I work at Magnets.
And how you happen to be staying here.
It's just a place to stay, that's all.
But you haven't stayed here long.
About 3 weeks.
But before, where'd you stay
Salina,
before?
Kansas! Listen, what is this? What do you want?
I just want to know who you are.
I told you, my name is Judy Barton. I come from Salina, Kansas. I work at Magnets and I happen to be staying here. My gosh, you gotta prove you're alive these days. And whether you're satisfied or not, you can just beat it. Gee, you've got it bad, haven't you? Do I really look like her? She's dead, isn't she? I'm sorry, and I'm sorry I yelled.
It's okay. Would you like to have dinner with me?
Why?
Well, I feel like I owe you something for all
No,
this.
you don't owe me anything.
Well, then will you for me?
Dinner and what else?
Just dinner.
Because I look like her?
Because I would like to have dinner with you.
Well, as a matter of fact, I've been on blind dates before, and as a matter of fact, I've been picked up before. Okay?
Okay, I'll get the car. I'll be back in half an
Oh,
hour.
no, please, give me time to get changed and fixed up.
An hour?
Done.
Perfect.
Gavin,
Judy,
the 40,000. I found it!
you found it?
Yes! Also, your friend Dino, he's on to me. He recognized me. He's gonna realize that his Madeline is really Judy. We gotta
Now?
get out of here.
Now.
Yes, now. He's coming back for me in an hour. Meet me in the lobby, we gotta go.
All right, I'll get the car. Casheroonie!
Just come and follow me. I know he keeps his keys here.
Sam, I don't think this is a good idea.
Just trust me.
This is getting dangerous.
Can I help you?
We're just looking for something to drink. It's pretty late, and all the places in the town seem to be closed.
Oh, what kind of proprietor would I be if I didn't offer you a drink?
Oh no, it's not required. We don't want to bother you at this time. We can take care, can't we? It's okay, thank you.
Oh, I insist.
No, it's not fair to disturb you at this point. We can take care, please.
I said I insist. It's on the house. Please, go ahead.
Hello, guy.
What are you doing here at this time of night?
You don't seem very pleased to see me now, guy. I brought you a little present. Recognize them? Nothing for us to worry about. Nobody saw me. Well, only Miriam. Even when I dropped your letter, I picked it right back up. If it had been found, it would have ruined our whole scheme, wouldn't it?
Are you trying to tell me that you have... Why, you maniac!
Come on, guy, you wanted it, remember? What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm gonna call the police, of course!
But you can't. We'd both be arrested for murder.
We both be arrested for
You're
murder!
in this as much as I am. We planned it together, remember? I do your murder.
You crazy fool, you think you can get out of that?
Oh, come on, guy. Why would I go and kill a complete stranger unless it was part of a plan and you were in on it? I mean, you're the one that benefits, guy. You're a free man. I didn't even know the girl.
Let me go, Bruno. I have nothing to do with this, and the police will believe me.
But if you go to the police now, you'll just be turning yourself in as an accessory. You see, you had the motive. I bet any second that phone's about to ring and they're gonna have some news for you, guy. And when they do, I want you to tell them that you already know about it.
You crazy fool. You got me acting like criminal.
Don't call me that! Now! About my father, I have the plans made, 2 plans, a plan of the grounds and a plan of the house. I have an old Luger I bought at a pawn shop in San Francisco. My father...
Get over here before I give you what it gives to Miriam.
You're not yourself, guy. You're tired. When you think things through, you'll see that I'm right.
You know what? I don't know you. I never saw you before. And I don't want to see you again.
But we have to.
So, what was all that about, Guy? What were you guys talking about? You sounded so savage.
Sure. I sounded savage. I felt savage. I'm sorry. The thing is, she's carrying another man's child and she's playing around with me. That really frustrates me, you know?
Another man's child? But she can't do that to you, Guy. It's unbelievable. It's evil! Yes, I know how you must feel.
You know what? I don't want to play this week's double match. I want to spend time with you. We haven't had a long time because of this whole Miriam and tournament thing. Don't worry, everything will be okay. I'll talk to the lawyer and sort it out. For now, let me go talk to the hotel and extend our reservation. You go ahead and relax, okay? Love you.
In this hour? It's too late.
I know. It just, I have so many things to do tomorrow morning. Let me go get it done right now. I'll be right up with you, okay? You relax.
Okay, but don't be long.
Hello? Operator, can you get me to the police, please?
Should we check if like they're hide the body?
Was the rest Norman? Oh, you know, take this drink. I always dreamed of being an artist. You know, I always told my mother that. But she never believed in me. She said, you can't create life. So I guess murder will do.
if your car's still there.
Yes! Yes, let's go right now.
Actually, wait. You go. I left something here.